Today we recap Elite Gaming's latest CWL War, which includes a Town Hall 10 6-pack. Stay tuned, guys. What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's latest Clash of Clans video. We have Elite Gaming CWL recap against J-Off. Now, this week, we had something special in that of a Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 6-pack. Massive shout out to Yellow, who does an amazing job. If you are interested in joining Elite Gaming, all of the information for our feeder clan will be in the description of this video, and make sure to throw a like for Yellow. I mean, this is fantastic stuff. Without further ado, we're getting straight into the first attack here. So he's basically carving open a path here for the Inferno Tower on the right hand side, because it's very easily exposed there, and we should be able to just about get that. Just fails on that one. I'm sure we wanted the Queen to take that down, but in comes the Lavaloon portion from this left hand side, and it's just making sure that we can counteract for that part, because the Queen failed to get that Inferno Tower down. We're obviously bringing the balloons in with haste spells, quite standard stuff, and then right in the middle here, as they come together, we have the freeze spell. Beautiful use of the baby dragon to come in and clutch that Inferno Tower. Just about going to get that down, just so that we don't waste a lot of damage from the balloons as they really approach the back end, especially with that wizard tower sitting there as well. I don't know if you noticed that freeze spell, but it was brilliant placement in order to freeze both of them archer towers and the wizard tower. Also have the heal spell there as well. Again, these key defenses, the ones that are mainly going to be doing a lot of damage to your balloons, you need to have a plan for. So the Inferno Towers, the wizard towers, they are the key defenses. At the end here, we also have another heal spell, because check it out, we have a big clump of balloons. They've managed to come together. Obviously, you bring them in surgically in the beginning, but then as they clump together, they're very prone to wizard towers on the back end, especially that Inferno Tower would have taken them down easily, but a heal spell can get them through that, in a nice use of that single balloon as well. Didn't need it to distract the wizard tower, so we were able to bring it in as part of the cleanup, because it obviously does massive amounts of damage. So here we are then, guys, we'll show you the score, and unfortunately Elite Gaming not quite pulling it through on this one with the victory. It was a great war as ever in each and every one of these CWL wars. Nearly 90% for Elite Gaming, but J-Off just coming out on top on this one. Let's get into the second attack by Yellow though, and this one I like even better than the first. The precision is just fantastic. So we're bringing in the Queen from the north, and check out these two Inferno Towers on the back end. A little bit different. Don't normally see them pushed to one side like that. So again, it's just about trying to think about how you can take them down, because that's the main focus as a Town Hall 10. So the Queen is able to take out quite a lot at the top there, get that Town Hall, and then we'll bring the healers in after, just whilst the Queen wasn't taking any damage, in case there was any air bombs there. Just plays it that little bit safe, and the wall breakers open up a nice compartment so she can sneak in here and take out the expos, because you can see that we have hog riders, so we want to obviously eliminate areas for the hog riders where there might be giant bombs. We want to create a path so they can just move from one defense to the other. And you can see the king coming in from the bottom with the wizards. That obviously takes out this left hand side of the base, but what's going to happen about them Inferno Towers? The hog riders, they're not very great against the Inferno Towers. The heal spell will be ineffective, so we need a plan for that. But until we execute that plan, we need the CC and the enemy Queen going down, which that Queen charge has worked perfectly, taking them down. And check it out, guys, here it comes. So look at the buildings at the north here. The defenses line up perfectly. You don't have to worry about where the troops are going to go. They're lining up perfectly for that Inferno Tower. So what we're going to do, you've seen it before, you can see them 6 balloons in the army composition. They work beautifully alongside that haste spell. They just come forward and they're going to move straight from the mortar to the archer tower, then to the Inferno Tower. Low battery, unfortunately. Let's try and get that fixed, because we don't want to be losing gameplay here halfway through the video. but in come the Hog Riders just as that Inferno Tower goes down, and then one Inferno Tower the Hog Riders can deal with because you have the spells there ready for it. So you can see that freeze spell is going to be perfect to freeze the Inferno. Notice how we didn't just plonk it straight on the Inferno. We got that Wizard Tower there as well. Now, yes, we got the Archer Tower, but the Wizard Tower, especially with such splash damage in the area, was very, very important. And obviously that heal spell was just brilliant to keep the Hog Riders up. The Giant Bombs, very common in them areas. And as it comes to the end of it, guys, we have plenty of cleanup troops and just a brilliant, brilliant attack. So make sure to let me know what you think down in the comments. I mean, they were two very, very impressive attacks. What we're going to do now, guys, is just skip forward and show you a bit of variety from our Town Hall 9 attack. So just a couple, just so that we show you some different strategies. And we're going to start off here from the top Town Hall 9, and it is a Lavaloon attack. So you can see the air defense all to one side of the base. It's not always... There's two ways to look at the Lavaloon attacks. Either you want the air defense spread out so that you can actually pin your Lava Hounds onto them, and it means they tank for the balloons, or you want them right to one side of the base where you can slowly pick them off and control the attack from there. So we're just trying to lure the CC and take out that air defense at the very east there. Didn't quite get it down, but we're bringing in the heroes from the west. And why are we doing that? We explained in the Lavaloon Attack at Town Hall 10 that the Wizard Towers are deadly, and there's 3 of them just chucked over to the west side of the base here. Now it is hidden with that Tesla farm as well, so the Queen is not quite going to get all that down, but it's going to be enough, and she's going to get plenty of them Teslas down, because they are, you know, they're troublesome for the balloons as well. They do massive amounts of damage. From this point, it's making sure that you have enough haste spells in order to keep the balloons next to the Lava Hounds, because since the air defense are pushed to one side of the base, the Lava Hounds are going to cut across the base and just completely ignore these defenses at the back. So you need to keep control of the balloons over next to the air defense, sorry, and use the haste spells to push the balloons forward. Notice how we did that as soon as the base came under attack. Definitely struggling with my words there, but as soon as the base came under attack with the Lava Hound, we used them haste spells to push them forward, and although we lose the Lava Hounds towards the end here, there's certainly enough. The air defense have gone down, so the balloons are still going to have that cover fire, and it was just about controlling the base, really. So again, there's different ways to look at the Lavaloon. Again though, just before I mention that, check it out, that Wizard Tower, you need to have the plan. We've kept that heal spell very patiently until the end of the raid, but as it happens, it's actually the Lava Hounds that are left there. Managed to get one of them popped, which is helpful. But like I was going to say, again, it's very much base dependent. You can look at bases where you can pin your Lava Hounds onto in order to tank for the balloons, swag a couple of spells there, or you can control the battle with the air defense in one area, but you need to make sure that the balloon deployment is very good for that, guys, and kind of carve an area like we did with the heroes at the start of the raid. So on to the next one then, guys. This one, it's super powerful, isn't it? It's the Witch Slap, and why I wanted to show you this is most of the time I've talked about how you want the air defense to be kind of in the center of the base, not accessible to the healers, and this one doesn't spring out Witch Slap strategy, but actually if you look at it, the Queen is over on the west side here. She's going to go walk right down that side, and there's no air defense. Now, although this side looks a little bit deadly, there's only this first air defense that would be anywhere near our healers. The witches are going to lock onto that pretty easily, and these ones, guys, the healers are going to be quite a bit further back, and by the time the ballers get in there, they're going to take that down before we have to worry about it. So actually, it becomes a brilliant base for it. It's quite a slim base. There's no point, massive amounts of point defense around the side, which is going to wreck the witches or the Archer Queen, and it means that the other troops can just run straight through the middle. Look at them go with them jump spells, providing access right the way through. Again, the heal and the rage spell is a brilliant combination for the ballers as they just pick off each and every defense. And then at the back here, check it out, the healers have got nowhere near them air defense. They just continue to push forward. Queen still at full health and with the ability So this base is wrecked. I mean, that is the power of the witch slap. If you can access the base right the way through, there's not the air defense on the side. Mortars as well you have to look out for, guys. Make sure them mortars don't lock onto your witches as soon as you bring them in, and you should be absolutely golden. Obviously it depends as you come through the base as well. You need to protect them bowlers, but when you use all of the spells in that area, the rage and the heal to keep them alive, it tends to work out pretty well. So a very impressive attack there. We're just going to do one more bit of a short recap for today, but I didn't want to drag things on with different Town Hall 9 strategies, and I wanted the focus to really be that Town Hall 10 6-pack, because for me it was super impressive. So this one, I wanted to select this one as well, just because it's not only is it a very nice attack, but it very well demonstrates why you would choose GoHo on a certain base design. So check it out. Look at this base. Look at how tightly compact it is. There's no areas for massive giant bombs in terms of the Hog Riders. Once you've actually got in there and taken out the objectives you need to, then it's going to work quite well. So a bit of a weird Tesla farm on the western side of the base here, but we're going to be able to take that down easily because we have the golems just attracting that fire. Then we have the other troops coming forward, and we're even going to push some Hog Riders in first just to take out some of these buildings whilst we can. So a little bit different, that one, but just managed to utilize that rage spell and the heal spell as well with the Hog Riders. And then at that point, look at the side of the base here. There's absolutely nothing. All of the defenses are around the perimeter of the base. Again, we can just bring the Hog Riders in pretty much a mass formation at this point. Surgically deployed them a little bit as well, but really you can just bring them in at that point, control these spells, you know where the Hog Riders are going to go, and it just comes down to these wizard towers at the end. But we have plenty of troops in order to take them down. The golem there doing a brilliant job distracting as the wizards snipe off that town hall. So that tightly compact base made it quite nice to really get in there, take down the objectives, circle around with the Hog Riders. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Make sure to leave any feedback down in the comment section below. Elite Gaming, unfortunately, not able to get the victory on this one, but massive props to GoHo. They did a brilliant job. And until next week's CWL recap, you take care, guys.